Hello. I want to ask you a very honest question. Have you ever looked in the mirror and just felt that something wasn't quite right? I'm not just talking about an extra pound or two. I'm talking about that deep, lingering fatigue that no amount of coffee can seem to fix. That constant feeling of being bloated, with a stubborn layer of belly fat that seems to have a mind of its own, no matter how carefully you eat or how much you try to exercise. If any of this sounds familiar, I want you to take a deep breath and know that you are far from alone in feeling this way. This struggle is incredibly common, and more importantly, it's not your fault. Let me tell you about a patient of mine, a wonderful man named Mark. He's 52, full of life, and a brand new grandfather. He came into my office with that very same look of exhaustion I see so often. "Doc," he said, his voice heavy with frustration, "I just feel weighed down. I don't have the energy to get on the floor and play with my grandson. And this belly," he gestured, "it just won't budge." Mark was doing all the things he thought were right, but he was missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. What he didn't realize, and what you might not know either, is that the real problem often isn't what we see on the outside. The true culprit was hidden, working silently against him. The source of Mark's exhaustion and stubborn belly fat was his liver, an organ quietly becoming overwhelmed and overworked, slowly being encased in fat. This condition, often called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, is a silent epidemic, affecting millions who may not even be aware of it. It's not about drinking alcohol. It's about the modern diet and lifestyle creating a traffic jam inside your body. The visible signs, like the expanding waistline and the persistent tiredness, are just the final distress signals from a system that is crying out for help. The real battle is being waged deep within, where your body's most vital filter is struggling to keep up. Think of your liver as the master processing plant of your entire body. It's a tireless worker filtering toxins, processing nutrients, and managing your energy supply 24/7. It is your ultimate detoxifier. Now imagine that intricate, hard-working plant slowly getting clogged with excess fat. The machinery starts to slow down, the assembly lines get backed up, and waste products begin to accumulate instead of being efficiently removed. This internal slowdown is what manifests externally as fatigue, a sluggish metabolism, and yes, that unyielding belly fat. Your body is simply not able to process energy and waste correctly, and the signs are becoming impossible to ignore. But this is where a small, unassuming, yet incredibly powerful hero enters our story, the chia seed. Now, I can almost hear you thinking, oh, another health fad. You've likely seen the flashy headlines and online videos proclaiming it as some kind of quote, overnight fat-melting trick. And I need to be completely transparent with you from the start. Chia is not a magic trick. It is not a miracle cure that will solve everything overnight without any other changes. It's something far more reliable and profound. It is pure, simple science. A tool provided by nature that works in a brilliant and elegant way to support your body's own healing processes. Let's set aside the hype and talk about what really happens. When you introduce chia seeds into your daily routine, you are not activating a magic spell. You are initiating a powerful, science-backed biological process. Forget the idea of a quick fix, and instead, think of it as giving a team of expert technicians to your body's struggling processing plant. These tiny seeds go to work in a couple of very specific and impactful ways, addressing the root causes of why you feel so tired and why that belly fat has become so persistent. It's about providing your body with the right materials to begin a deep internal cleanup, starting with your overburdened liver. The first incredible thing that happens is what I like to call the fiber cleanup. Imagine each tiny chia seed as a microscopic, super absorbent sponge. When you consume them with a liquid, like water or in a yogurt, they swell up and form a gel-like substance in your digestive system. This gel doesn't just pass through. It actively starts to trap and bind to excess sugars, unhealthy fats, and toxins that are overloading your system and putting immense strain on your liver. It gently scrubs your digestive tract, helping to carry this metabolic junk out of your body, which immediately lessens the filtering burden on your liver, allowing it to breathe. The second, equally important action is a powerful anti-inflammatory response. The accumulation of fat in and around your liver creates a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation. This silent inflammation is a major source of fatigue and cellular damage throughout your body. Chia seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are nature's most potent anti-inflammatory agents. Think of it like sending in a team of highly skilled firefighters to gently cool down that internal fire. Over time, reducing this inflammation allows your liver cells to begin the crucial process of repairing and regenerating, enabling them to function at their best once again. Mark didn't go on some crazy restrictive diet. He didn't spend hours in the gym. His journey back to health began with a single, simple step. Every morning, he started his day with a large glass of water mixed with 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Sometimes he'd sprinkle them on his salad at lunch or mix them into a small bowl of Greek yogurt. Alongside this, he began taking a gentle 30-minute walk each day. These were small, manageable changes, not a life overhaul. He was giving his body the tools it needed, consistently and patiently, and the results started to compound in ways he never expected. 2 months after that first visit, Mark walked back into my office, and he was a different man. The change wasn't just in his physical appearance, though his midsection was visibly slimmer. The real transformation was in his eyes. They were bright, clear, and full of energy. "Doc, I feel like myself again," he said, a wide smile spreading across his face. "That heavy feeling is gone. But the best part?" He paused, his eyes welling up slightly. "Last weekend, I spent the entire afternoon rolling around on the floor with my grandson. I wasn't just watching from the couch. I was right there with him, and I didn't get tired." Mark's story is so much more than just a grandson and a happy afternoon. It represents a turning point, a reclaiming of life itself. Before that day, he confessed to me that he felt like a spectator in his own story, watching his family enjoy moments while he sat on the sidelines, trapped by a body that felt heavy and unresponsive. This feeling of being a passenger, of life happening train or dig you instead of paired with you, is one of the most painful side effects of this internal imbalance. It robs you of your participation, of your joy, of your presence. His victory wasn't just about physical energy. It was about rejoining the world and being fully present for the people and moments that matter most. To truly understand how he achieved this, we need to look closer at the silent battle he was fighting, a battle that statistics show is raging inside nearly 1 in 3 adults. This condition, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, has become a modern plague, largely because it develops without any loud alarms or obvious symptoms in its early stages. People like Mark live with it for years, sometimes decades, blaming their fatigue on age, their weight gain on a slowing metabolism, and their general malaise on stress. They accept it as their new normal, never realizing that their body's master filtration system is sending out quiet but desperate signals for help. Let's be very clear about what causes this. It's not about a moral failing or a lack of willpower. It's a biological response to our modern food environment. Our bodies were never designed to handle the constant flood of refined sugars, processed carbohydrates, and unhealthy fats that have become staples in our diets. When you consume more sugar and processed carbs than your body can use for immediate energy, your liver has a critical decision to make. It converts this excess into a type of fat called triglycerides. A little bit is fine, but a constant surplus forces the liver to start storing this fat within its own cells, which is where the real trouble begins. Think of it like a city's waste management system suddenly receiving 10 times the amount of garbage it was built to handle every single day. At first, the workers try to keep up, but soon the processing plants are overflowing. Garbage bags start piling up inside the facilities, then spill out into the hallways, and eventually the entire system grinds to a halt. This is precisely what happens inside your liver. The fat accumulation literally clogs the cellular machinery, impairing your liver's ability to perform its more than 500 vital functions, creating a massive biological traffic jam that affects your entire body. One of the first and most noticeable consequences of this internal traffic jam is the development of insulin resistance. Insulin is the key that unlocks your cells to let sugar in for energy. But when your liver is full of fat, it becomes less responsive to insulin's signal. Your pancreas, sensing the problem, pumps out even more insulin to try to force the message through. This creates a vicious cycle. High insulin levels are a powerful signal to your body to store fat, particularly around your midsection. This is why that belly fat is so stubborn. It's being fueled by a hormonal command that is incredibly difficult to override with diet and exercise alone. This hormonal chaos is also the direct cause of that bone-deep fatigue you might be feeling. With your cells resistant to insulin, they are literally being starved of the energy they need to function, even if you are consuming plenty of calories. It's like having a full tank of gas in your car, but the fuel line is clogged. The engine sputters and stalls, and you feel exhausted, sluggish, and mentally foggy no matter how much you rest or how much caffeine you drink. You are running on empty not because of a lack of fuel, but because your body has lost the ability to efficiently use the fuel you provide it. And this internal crisis doesn't just stop at your waistline or your energy levels. The effects ripple outward, touching nearly every system in your body. A struggling liver can't effectively clear toxins, which can lead to skin problems like acne or rashes. The chronic inflammation it generates can contribute to aching joints and body-wide stiffness. It can disrupt the production of crucial proteins needed for blood clotting and fluid balance. It can even impact your brain, as the buildup of toxins like ammonia can cross the blood-brain barrier, leading to that feeling of brain fog and difficulty concentrating. Let me share another story, this one about a patient named Sarah, a 48-year-old teacher. She came to me convinced she was in early menopause. She was tired all the time, her joints ached, she had trouble sleeping, and she felt perpetually foggy and irritable. She had gained about 20 pounds around her middle that she couldn't lose. Her blood work, however, told a different story. Her hormones were fine, but her liver enzymes were elevated, a clear sign of liver stress. Her symptoms weren't hormonal in the way she thought. They were the direct result of a liver crying out for help under a blanket of fat. Sarah's story is a powerful reminder that we often misdiagnose our own suffering. We attribute symptoms to aging, to stress, or to other conditions, when the root cause is often this central, metabolic dysfunction originating in the liver. It's a master problem that creates dozens of smaller, seemingly unrelated issues throughout the body. Addressing the health of your liver isn't just about your liver. It's about restoring balance to your entire system, from your energy and mood to the clarity of your thoughts and the comfort of your joints. It is the first, most critical domino to fall. This is why the approach must be gentle, supportive, and focused on the root cause, rather than just chasing symptoms. Aggressive, restrictive diets can often backfire, putting even more stress on an already overburdened system. Your body doesn't need another shock. It needs nurturing. It needs the right tools to begin its own innate process of cleaning and healing. This is where the simple, humble chia seed re-enters our conversation, not as a miracle, but as a profoundly effective tool for this very specific kind of internal support. It works with your body, not against it. Let's dive a little deeper into that fiber cleanup I mentioned. The fiber in chia seeds is predominantly soluble fiber. When it mixes with water in your stomach, it forms a thick, gelatinous substance. This gel does something remarkable. It slows down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. This means that sugar from your food enters your bloodstream at a much slower, more controlled rate. This prevents the sharp blood sugar spikes that trigger a massive insulin release, giving your pancreas a much-needed rest and helping to break the cycle of insulin resistance. This gel acts like a gentle internal traffic controller for your digestive system. By slowing everything down, it gives your body more time to absorb nutrients effectively and provides a steady, sustained release of energy rather than a chaotic rush. This simple act of regulating your blood sugar is one of the most powerful things you can do to reduce the fat-storing signals being sent throughout your body. You feel fuller for longer, your cravings for sugary snacks diminish, and you are providing your liver with a manageable stream of fuel instead of a destructive flood. Furthermore, this chia gel has another critical function. As it moves through your intestines, it binds with bile acids. Bile is produced by your liver to help digest fats, and it's made from cholesterol. By trapping these bile acids and carrying them out of the body, the chia fiber essentially forces your liver to pull more cholesterol from your bloodstream to produce new bile. This is a natural, gentle, and highly effective way to help lower LDL, the bad cholesterol, further reducing the cardiovascular risks that are so closely linked with fatty liver disease. Now let's talk more about that amazing anti-inflammatory power. Chronic inflammation is like a low-level fire smoldering inside your cells, day in and day out. It damages tissues, exhausts your immune system, and is a root cause of nearly every chronic disease, including the progression of fatty liver. While many things can cause inflammation, a diet high in processed foods and sugar is like pouring gasoline on that fire. Your body is in a constant state of high alert, and this internal war is a massive drain on your energy and resources. The omega-3 fatty acids in chia seeds, specifically alpha-linolenic acid or ALA, are like a team of expert negotiators arriving on the scene. They help to calm this inflammatory response at a cellular level. They don't just mask the symptoms, they go to the source, helping to regulate the biochemical pathways that produce inflammatory compounds. By reducing this systemic inflammation, you are not only protecting your liver cells from further damage, but also allowing them the peaceful environment they need to begin the slow and steady work of repair and regeneration. This dual-action approach of cleaning up metabolic waste and calming inflammation is what makes this simple seed so uniquely powerful. It's not just doing one thing. It's providing a comprehensive support system. It's helping to manage the incoming flow of sugar and fats, while simultaneously working to repair the damage that has already been done. This is why people like Mark and Sarah don't just see a change on the scale. They feel a fundamental shift in their well-being, an increase in energy, and a lifting of the fog that they had come to accept as normal. It's crucial to understand that this is not an overnight process. Your liver didn't become fatty in a week, and it won't heal in a week. This is a journey of consistency, not intensity. Adding chia seeds to your diet is like planting a tree. You don't see the full-grown oak the next day, but with daily water and sunlight, you are nurturing a process of profound and lasting growth. Every single day that you make this small choice, you are casting a vote for your health, providing your body with the building blocks it needs to rebuild from the inside out. Many people ask me, Doc, is that really all it takes, just some seeds? And my answer is always this: it's the starting point. It's the simple, manageable first step that creates momentum. When you start to feel a little bit better, a little less bloated, and a little more energetic, you become more motivated to take the next step. Maybe that's choosing to go for a short walk, like Mark did. Or maybe it's deciding to drink an extra glass of water, or swap a sugary soda for an herbal tea. These small positive changes begin to stack on top of one another, creating a powerful cascade of healing. The initial improvements you feel from incorporating chia seeds provide the physical energy and mental encouragement needed to adopt other healthy habits. It breaks the cycle of feeling too tired and discouraged to even try. It's the spark that ignites the engine of change, proving to you that your body can and will respond when you give it the right support. It shows you that you're not broken, you are just missing a key piece of the puzzle. Think about the sheer number of complex, expensive, and often ineffective solutions that are marketed to us every single day. We are told we need extreme diets, grueling workout regimens, and dozens of complicated supplements. It can feel overwhelming, and it often leads to a cycle of trying, failing, and feeling even more defeated than when we started. The beauty of this approach lies in its radical simplicity. It's accessible, it's affordable, and it's a single step that addresses multiple root causes of the problem simultaneously. This isn't about deprivation. It's about addition. You are not starting by taking things away. You are starting by adding something powerfully nourishing. This simple psychological shift can make all the difference. Instead of focusing on what you can't have, you focus on the positive, proactive step you are taking for your health each morning. This fosters a mindset of self-care and empowerment, rather than one of punishment and restriction, which is absolutely essential for creating habits that will last a lifetime. Let's revisit the image of your liver as that clogged processing plant. The chia seeds are not a wrecking ball that violently smashes through the problem. Think of them instead as a team of highly skilled, patient, and persistent maintenance workers. The fiber crew comes in first, gently clearing out the immediate debris and managing the incoming shipments to prevent further pileups. They organize the flow of traffic, ensuring things move smoothly and efficiently through the system, which immediately reduces the stress on the entire plant. Simultaneously, the omega-3 anti-inflammatory team moves through the facility with their specialized tools. They are the repair crew, calming the overheated machinery and soothing the stressed-out workers, who are your liver cells. They patch up damage, reduce friction, and create an environment where the plant can begin to function as it was originally designed. They don't just clean up the mess, they help to restore the integrity of the system so it's less likely to break down in the future. This internal restoration project has profound external results. As your liver becomes more efficient at processing fats and sugars, your body is no longer compelled to store as much visceral fat around your organs and in your belly. As your cells become more sensitive to insulin, your energy levels stabilize, and that constant gnawing hunger begins to fade away. Your body starts to transition from a state of fat storage into a state of fat utilization, using your existing reserves for the fuel they were always meant to be. The changes you see in the mirror become a reflection of the healing that is happening on a deep cellular level. The shrinking waistline is a direct result of your hormones rebalancing. The brighter look in your eyes is a sign that your body is no longer fighting a constant, exhausting battle with inflammation. The return of your energy is proof that your cells are finally getting the fuel they need. It is a true holistic transformation that starts from the very core of your metabolic health. I want you to hold on to the feeling of Mark's story, of his joy in being able to fully participate in his life again. That is what is truly at stake here. It's not about achieving a certain number on the scale or fitting into a specific size of clothing. It's about having the physical vitality and mental clarity to live your life to the fullest. It's about being able to say yes to adventures, to playtime with your children or grandchildren, to activities you love, without being held back by your body. The frustration you may be feeling right now is completely valid, but I want to transform that frustration into a sense of focused purpose. You now understand the why behind your symptoms. You understand that it's not a personal failure, but a biological process that has gone off track. And most importantly, you now have knowledge of a simple, powerful, and natural tool that can help you gently guide that process back toward a state of health and balance. This knowledge is your power. It moves you from being a victim of your symptoms to being an active participant in your own healing journey. You are no longer in the dark, guessing at what might be wrong or trying random solutions with no real understanding of how they work. You are equipped with a clear understanding of the problem and a clear, actionable first step you can take to begin addressing it, starting today. So let's put aside any feelings of guilt or blame about the past. Let's focus on this present moment and the incredible capacity your body has for healing when given the proper support. The journey of 1,000 miles truly begins with a single step, and that first step doesn't need to be drastic or overwhelming. It just needs to be consistent. It's time to start that gentle internal cleanup and rediscover the vibrant, energetic person you are meant to be. So where do we begin this journey back to health? It starts not with a grand, sweeping gesture, but with the smallest, most manageable of steps. You can begin this very day, right now, with what you already have in your kitchen. I want you to take all the complicated diet rules you've heard and gently set them aside for a moment. Forget about what you need to eliminate. Instead, let's focus on one simple thing you can add. The first step is simply to acquire some chia seeds and a glass of water. This single action, this decision to add something deeply nourishing to your day, is the first domino that will set in motion a powerful cascade of positive change throughout your entire body. The practical application is as simple as the science behind it. There is no complex recipe or difficult preparation required. Each morning, simply stir 1 tablespoon of chia seeds into a large glass of water, let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes to allow the gel to form, and then drink it. That's it. If you prefer, you can sprinkle that same tablespoon over a bowl of oatmeal, mix it into some Greek yogurt, or toss it into a smoothie or a salad. The method is less important than the consistency. By making this a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, you are consistently providing your body with the fiber and omega-3s it needs to begin that gentle internal cleanup. Once this simple habit feels natural, I encourage you to add a second gentle layer of support: movement. I'm not talking about intense, grueling workouts at the gym. I'm talking about a simple 30-minute walk each day, just as Mark did. Gentle movement is profoundly beneficial for a fatty liver. It helps your muscles use up the sugar in your bloodstream, which dramatically improves your body's sensitivity to insulin. It also encourages your body to start burning stored fat for energy. This walk is not a punishment for what you ate. It is a celebration of what your body can do, a moving meditation that works in perfect harmony with the internal changes you are fostering. Let's add one more foundational piece: deliberate hydration. Water is the unsung hero in this entire process of healing. It is the very medium that allows the chia seeds to swell up and form their beneficial gel. More importantly, it is the transport system your body uses to flush out the toxins and metabolic waste that your newly supported liver is now processing more efficiently. Think of it as rinsing out the filter. Aiming for 8 glasses of water throughout the day helps ensure that everything you are working to dislodge and clean out has a clear and easy pathway to exit your body, preventing it from being reabsorbed and creating more work for your system. Now, I need to talk to you about patience. In a world that promises instant results, this gentle, natural approach requires a shift in mindset. You are not applying a quick patch. You are rebuilding a foundation from the ground up. Some days you will feel a noticeable difference, and other days you may not. This is normal. Healing is not a straight line. I want you to treat yourself with the same kindness and patience you would offer a dear friend on their own journey. Trust in the process. Your body has an incredible innate wisdom and a profound capacity for healing when you consistently provide it with the right tools. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment and think about your own personal why. What is the real reason you want to feel better? Is it to have the energy to chase after your grandchildren like Mark? Is it to feel confident and vibrant on a vacation you've been dreaming of? Is it simply to wake up in the morning without that heavy feeling of exhaustion, ready to embrace the day with clarity and joy? Hold that image, that feeling in your mind. That is your North Star. That is what this journey is truly about, far more than any number on a scale or a tape measure. You have been bombarded with messages that your body is a problem to be solved, a battle to be won. I am here to tell you that your body is not your enemy. It has been your faithful ally, doing its absolute best to cope under difficult circumstances. This approach is about ending the war and calling a truce. It's about starting a conversation with your body, listening to its signals, and responding with nourishment and care instead of punishment and restriction. You are now equipped with the understanding and the tools to become a partner in your own healing, and that is the most powerful position you can possibly be in. The signs your body has been sending you, the fatigue, the stubborn weight, the brain fog, are not signs of failure. They are messages. They are a quiet, persistent plea for help from a system that has become overwhelmed. For too long, you may have ignored these signals or blamed them on other things like age or stress. Today marks the day you start to listen with compassion. Today, you understand what the messages mean, and you know how to answer the call. This is an act of profound self-respect, honoring the incredible work your body does for you every single moment. Your future health is not written in stone. It is a story that you are actively writing with the choices you make every single day. Every glass of water with Chia, every short walk, every conscious decision to nourish yourself is a sentence in a new chapter, one that leads to vitality, energy, and presence. The path you have been on may have led you to this place of frustration, but you now stand at a crossroads with a new map in your hand. The direction you choose to walk from this moment forward will make all the difference in the world. So please, I ask you, do not let this moment of clarity pass you by. Do not dismiss this as just another piece of health advice. Feel the truth of it in your own experience. Your body is calling for a change, a gentle and supportive shift back toward balance. Start with that one single tablespoon of chia seeds tomorrow morning. It is a small promise you make to yourself, a declaration that you are worthy of feeling well. Take care of the incredible body that carries you through this life. Your future self will thank you for the choices you have the power to make today.